Hello and welcome to another Lake Turn Automation RPA solution overview. In this video, we're going to provide an overview of a PDF merge automation we built for a large commercial printer that enabled them to transition from multiple pass printing to single pass printing, saving them significant inventory and labor cost and improving their order fulfillment time. Before we see the automation in action, let me provide an overview of the process before and after automation. I suspect most of you have received an envelope in the mail that contained both a printed address and a full color printed graphic. Our client services those type orders for customers, and in the past they were requiring two pass printing to achieve that result as follows. They would first print the customer logos on blank inventory, on blank envelope stock, and store them back in the warehouse. These were large runs of envelopes that engaged the graphic design team, the production team, and the warehouse team. Then when a customer order came in, the customer service team would do the mail merge, create the mail merge PDF, and then instruct the warehouse team to find the pre-printed logo envelopes to get them correctly loaded into the printer, and then print a second time, hence the two-pass printing, that would print the address information over the pre-printed logo envelopes. Once the print was completed, they would complete the order process and mail the envelopes, and then the leftover envelopes would have to be returned and properly stored back in the warehouse, where this process would start over again. As you can see, a lot of moving parts and printing and storage and inventory expense associated with this model. Working with the client, we were able to re-engineer this process to enable single pass envelope printing, and we did that with a special bot we constructed that actually merges two PDFs into a single overlaid PDF for printing. So the new process, as you can see, has a lot fewer moving parts. When the customer order comes into the customer services team, they'll get ready and set up the mail merge. They have pre-printed logo PDFs designed, so they simply save the logo PDF out into a special folder. No need to engage the graphics team. Then they'll actually execute the mail merge to a separate PDF, save that to a separate folder, and then last but not least, they'll run our bot that automates the merging of both of these PDFs into a single PDF, and then feeds the overlaid PDFs to the printer for printing. And most importantly, this printing process uses blank envelopes, so much easier to manage for the warehouse and a whole lot less inventory to have to keep track of from a customer perspective. And then once the envelopes are completed, obviously the customer service team then completes the order, processes the envelopes, and executes the mailing. So as you can see, a much more efficient, cost-effective, and streamlined process with the bot and single pass envelope printing. So now that you have a better feel for the new and improved printing process, let's watch the bot in action. So here we are at the production operator's PC out on the plant floor. This is where the merge automation is utilized, but before we actually do a demo merge, let me give you a quick overview of the configuration of the tool. There are two primary folders that the tool utilizes. The first is the envelopes to print folder, and this is where you would save your PDF file that contains all of your mail merge addresses. As we can see, we already have one saved out here for a Christmas mail merge for a client. So if I double click on that, you can see the addresses are loaded in here, but there is not a graphic background on this envelope. This is a standalone address file. So the second folder, which is the graphics folder, contains the actual background graphics that you would utilize to underlay the address as part of the merge. And here in a moment, we're actually going to do a holiday graphic on the back of the envelope. The other two setting options here in this main section, we have two printers configured for this client, two Firejets, and the actual network directory for each of the printers is configured here, as the PDF is automatically routed to the printers at the end of the process. So let's go ahead and kick off a demo. This is an attended automation, which means it's controlled by a human, unlike an unattended automation, which are automated based on events, schedules, etc. So to start the merge, you simply double click on the icon here, and the main window will appear here for the application. It went out and validated our address file that we looked at moments ago. There are 346 envelopes in the address PDF. We can select the first option and review the address file if we would like, and it brings it up in a window here, and we can see that there are in fact 346 envelopes we need to print. You can confirm, yes, that's the right client. Let's go to the next step, which is select a graphic file for the merge. So once you select that, it's going to bring up a window for you to go into your graphics directory, which we talked about a moment ago. And I'm going to go into the holiday mailers and look around here. I think this Christmas background is the one I would like. That is it. So I've selected it. I'm going to hit open, and then it's going to come back. The application is going to do a quick overlay of the first 3 addresses in the address file and give you a preview of how the printed envelope is going to look when it gets routed to the printer. So as you can see here, we've got a little bit of an alignment issue. The barcode is getting into the greenery down here at the bottom. The good news is that this tool also provides the capability to adjust the location of the address up, down, or left or right. So by selecting this menu option here, we can go into the adjustments area of the application, and I'm going to move this over to the right, let's say 1/2 inch. So let's go to the adjust menu, and the adjust menu will come up and give you 4 different adjustments. Again, we said we wanted to move it to the right, and in the next window you would enter the number of points to move the address to the right, and 9 points is about an eighth of an inch, so I'm going to do 18 points to kick us over a 1/2 inch on the PDF. I'll hit OK, and I'm going to get another preview that's going to show the results of our move. So that looks much better. I've moved the barcode out of the greenery. I think it would be nicer if we maybe tucked it up a little bit, the pre-sort up under this corner here. So we have an option here to either progress right to the merge or to perform an additional adjustment. Let's perform one more adjustment and move the address up just a tad. So I'm going to hit OK on that, and then the adjustment is going to be selected to move the address up a bit, and I'm going to go up 8 points this time around and see if we can move the address up 8 points. And as you can see, that's moved up a bit, tucked in there. I think that looks great. So now we are ready to execute the merge. We could certainly continue to perform additional adjustments up, down, left, or right, or you can actually hit cancel here and it would reset all the adjustments you've made back to the original file. That's in case you have some issues with too many adjustments and need to just start over. But at this point, let's go ahead and do the merge. So when I hit OK, it's going to actually go out to the full file, 346 envelopes. It's going to put the graphic in the back, and it's going to overlay the address on the top. And as you can see, that happened in seconds. So we have 346 envelopes here in a combined merged output PDF that is ready to route to one of the Firejet printers for printing. Now, one additional item to mention here before we send it to the printer is that this PDF that is going to the printer is 7x4, and that is a number 7 envelope, which is actually 6.75 by 3.75. That is the size of the address PDF, but the 7x4 gives you a 1/4 inch extra space, a bleed space around the edges of the envelope, which gives you good clean edges during your printing, so they full bleed printing is also baked into this solution. So you can select one of two printers for this client. Again, this is customizable. We're going to send it to the Firejet C #1, and we'll hit OK. The PDF gets bundled up, shot over to the printer, and now it's in the production print queue for the Firejet, and we're done. So that concludes the overview of this automation. We hope you've enjoyed the video. Certainly, please don't hesitate to contact us if you have any questions about this solution or would like to discuss any other automation challenges facing your organization. Otherwise, may your days be bright and your process burdens light.